They can shut down the government, but they can't shut you down, Tony.
Can't shut me down, baby. Oh, this government. I'm flying on Friday, and I really need them to open the government before I fly because I don't feel super comfortable with it.
Oh, man. You gotta take one for the team? You gotta go down a Blaze of Glory?
I'm bringing my wife, so I really hope not. Because if it's the daily twofer, I'm gonna be real upset about it.
I'll miss you both.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Hey, what you did and told me.
Welcome to Hate Watching with Dan and Tony. I am Dan.
I am Tony.
This might be our final show.
No, this might be my final show. I'm sure Dan will replace me after I am dead. It's okay. I give you my full blessing.
Tony, the amount of free work you do on this show, you're irreplaceable.
Well, that's probably true. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, Tony has
It's been a pleasure.
Tony has to take a flight in about a week, and so
I got to fly on Friday. So just honestly check the obituaries 2 days after this episode drops and see if my name's in there. Who knows? Not feeling great about it. Unless, Monday comes around and they're like, hey, let's open the government. Let's give the people what they want.
Maybe
I'm all right with it.
Maybe they should pay people and maybe,
Let's go. Just give them the money.
Be flexible and open the government. But we'll see.
Yeah. Or just the airport people. Not to play favorites, but just maybe pay them for the week.
Maybe just pay
just for me.
Just for Tony.
Yeah,
Tony.
Just for me. Thanks, guys.
Normally on this show, we talk about movies. And so that's what we're normally going to do.
Is this a normal time? I feel like we're heading towards normal times.
We're heading towards I do not think we're heading towards normal times.
Well, not in the general sense, but you and me, maybe.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible.
So each week we pick a movie, or in this case, I pick a movie, and then we talk about it. The movie I picked is a movie from 2017 called Little Evil, which is kind of a The Omen parody.
Yeah, Omen-y, I believe. That's how we,
Omen-esque.
Yeah, Omen-esque. Omen-ish.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I don't know how Dan feels about it. I had a good time.
You laughed?
Yeah, I laughed a couple times. I wrote it down. I didn't pull up my notes yet. I just pointed at an empty computer screen. I was like, I put my notes in. There's nothing there. I got to pull up some notes. Shoot.
I mean, this isn't a good movie, of course.
No, I didn't say that.
Should the filmmaker, Sally Field's kid should have.
Wait.
What?
Is that true?
Yeah, of course it's true.
I didn't even let you finish your thought. I'm sorry. I was so shocked by your revelation. Finish your thought.
Sally Field's kid should probably be allowed to direct again, but probably shouldn't be allowed to write a movie again.
But it's okay if they I don't know, was it it doesn't matter if they come up with the idea and then just let someone else write the words.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because as a general idea of a movie, I think it's fun, right? I think it's totally fine.
The ending actually works.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. It's not like you think you're going one way for a while and they're like, nah, we'll just make it cute.
It's
it's fine.
It's like a really easy curve twist.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, here's the twist. We'll just drive through that curve and then we'll see it.
Just slowly take it at your own leisure. It's fine. I love it.
You're not necessarily surprised, but you're like, oh, okay, that's a clever turn.
Yeah, and you know what? It's nice. It's pleasant. It's fine.
Yeah, it's pleasant.
Now, if the things that people were saying felt the same, I'd be like, I like this movie.
What do you mean? What are the things that people are saying?
Like if the words that these actors were saying felt real or made sense in any sort of way, I think I'd enjoy the movie.
You mean if maybe they hired stand-up comics to do a bunch of lines and then made them do the lines as on the page? This is what I think.
Okay. Oh, please tell me. Yeah, I want to hear what you think.
Well, there's two schools of thought. we're the only two people that are going to ever have these two schools of thought, but we're going to present two schools of thought on this movie. One, hire a bunch of stand-up comics, some of whom I think might be funny, but then absolutely have them stick to a script that's not that funny.
Right, because if you hire funny people and then you who are not funny write the lines, that nothing's going to change, right? Like that,
That's one school of thought. The other school of thought is
it's the second school.
You hired a bunch of stand-up comics, and then you let them riff, when they're supposed to be being funny, and then you just picked all the wrong stuff.
Sure.
Or the stand-up comics aren't funny at all. Or that's a third school thought. The stand-up comics are not funny at all.
I refuse to believe that entirely. However, I do think it's a mixed bag with the stepdads. I think there are some people that I do genuinely think are funny, and then there are some people that I don't think are funny. So I do think it's a mix in that area. It doesn't work.
Did you ever feel like any of the stepdads had bits? So none of the stepdads' bits really worked.
No, and that starts in their circle, right?
Yeah.
So in the sharing circle, I do feel like they were. I don't know, but maybe they were allowed to come up with their own bits.
So I don't know. You think maybe those ones were in the first bits with the stepdads? They came up with them.
My gut feeling is no, but in the two schools of thought, right? I lean in the first one where it's like they were given these lines because they're not funny. There is a moment that is funny, which is just when the Scrubs guy
Donald Faison, who seems like he might be the actual funnier guy of the group.
We should have ranked them. I would have loved that. So he gives his spiel, and then the abuser, what was his name again? The guy that got canceled for a while, got cut out of
Chris D'Elia.
Yeah, that guy, the bad guy. He gives his thing, and immediately Faison goes, "And I stand corrected." That's a very funny moment. I doubt that was scripted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The lines of this is what my kid does. This is what my kid does. Those aren't funny at all. But he has that moment where he reacts to his thing, and that's funny. And that's what we need. We just need more of them being a little playful with each other. That's one line that stepdads made me laugh. And then the very last line I remember from any stepdad made me laugh. Those are the two lines that made me laugh, which we'll talk about at the end. It was interesting to see this group of people, because when you see it, you're kind of like, oh shit, okay.
I recognize
we've got some
firepower.
Right, exactly. We've got some people in this group that could do something.
Because the woman that plays, what's her name, Al?
Yeah, yep.
She's real. She's,
For sure.
One of movies.
100%. One of my favorite actors is in the group, who I'm going to shout out at the end of this show as well. But his name is Kyle, Bornheimer? I love him. I think that he deserves more in his life, and things don't always work out. He plays the dad with the glasses. He's the nerdier, dad,
but also kind of blocky.
Yes, blocky's a great term for guy.
He felt like there was something going on there. He kind of starts something, and you're all like, well, there seems to be something behind this, and then we just deliver the lines, but we don't ever get anywhere.
In the car, now I'm just taking bits, and I apologize, but in the car scene when he is I feel like we're doing something wrong. There is a bit in that scene that must have been entirely cut, just laying on the cutting room floor, because they let him set it up, and then we just pretty much immediately drop it and move on. And it's okay, there was definitely a joke coming. I could feel the joke coming, and now I feel like a little joke blue balls. I don't know. So it's very strange. It's weird. It's weird. Anywho, he is my other laugh of the movie. The other stepdad laugh of the movie at the very end of the movie.
I love how you can rate a movie if you get 2 or 3 laughs. That counts as you enjoyed yourself.
We have watched 262 or 3 films. If I can laugh 3 times in a movie,
like an actual
that's
laugh.
like a real genuine laugh. I'm not laughing at the movie. I'm laughing with the movie. For me, that's a win. That's like a blockbuster movie at this point.
Yeah. Huh.
You've lowered my standards so much, Dan, that just the tiniest glimpse of hope puts me over the edge.
Poor Tony's been beaten down.
That's the story of my life, right?
Yeah. I guess we'll talk about the movie now that we've talked a lot about the movie.
I feel like I'm pretty good. I'm set.
Yeah,
I think I said what I need to say, and I'm ready to wrap it.
Hour and 34 minutes. We start on a spooky, rainy night. There's spooky music. Here comes the wife running out of the house. There's Lucas, the kid. Where's your stepfather? And we find out that stepfather's been buried by the swing set. She digs him out, opens he looks like he's in a coffin, and he's like, I want a divorce. Cut to titles.
Yeah. Did you laugh?
No.
Yeah, no, me neither. No. It's a rough start.
It's not a good line.
No. Mm-mm.
You got to have a line in there, right?
Well, I mean, if you had like a joke, would be good. Also, just like it's a weird start. I'm fine starting in the middle of something. That's not what I'm saying.
Well,
it's a weird start.
We don't start in the middle of something. We start with a flash forward.
Yeah.
Then we go.
I'm at the middle of the movie. We start in the middle of the movie, or 2/3 of the movie.
No. We show what's going to happen later on in the movie.
Yes,
but we don't start there, which I think is bad.
But my thing is like, so Evangeline Lilly's
we'll talk about, wife.
She comes out and delivers no jokes. Right?
She has like maybe one or two scenes where she does something.
Right. And here's my thing is I think that some of those things that she was saying were supposed to be jokes.
Really?
So she is so like her character should be so oblivious to the evil nature of her child, right?
Yes.
And he buries her husband alive. That's like a really big deal.
She's got to say a joke about that.
She has to say a joke because she's playing as if this is like a normal, like, hey, you're on a timeout, which is a funny reaction to it. But there's we come in the middle of it. We don't know what the hell's going on. She needs a joke about how small of a deal this is in order for this to land, because we have to know immediately, like, this is like a normal behavior for this child.
She has to be like, where's Gary? Weren't you with Gary? What happened to Gary? Right. And then
that's the tone.
Yeah. Where's Gary?
That is guys, here's the thing. Dan's not a good actor, okay?
What? I'm incredible. I get the
Dan is not a Hollywood trained actor.
I'm like
he's never taken.
I'm a stage trained actor.
Here's the thing, right?
No.
That's the tone she needs.
No.
She needs that like over the top, like I'm talking to my kid. Talk to me. What's happened?
What's going on here?
You put him in the ground.
What?
We talked about this. Like it has to be silly.
You can't keep doing things like this.
Right. Great.
That's
wonderful. And that's where the timeout line lands.
She has to lessen it while we know that he could have died.
It's heightened. Because that's the joke. And I know that they know that's the joke. That's why they have the timeout. Like it's supposed to be there. She doesn't deliver it great, but she's also not given the correct tools to deliver it great. And I was just like, boy, this is a rough start to the movie. This is not a good start.
I had watched this, and that's why I was like, oh yeah, we'll do this movie.
Oh, so you turned on this scene and you were like, yep, that's on the list. We can do this immediately.
It's like, okay,
I get it.
There we go.
I get it.
Because that's the whole thing. And, I was talking to Shannon about this a little bit. It's Adam Scott, right? That's his name?
Yeah, Adam Scott. Yeah.
He's kind of like Chevy Chase.
Sure. Okay.
You know, you don't think
Probably
about
not
it.
a bad guy, though. Sorry. Continue.
Wow. Let's get into the personality of actors. I mean, actors are horrible
Nailed
people.
it. Whoa. You know, it's funny. We were just talking about how David Harbour's probably a bad guy because I love him so much. And my wife's like, I don't think he's the good person. I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
He only cheated on Lily Allen for 3 years.
Just a little bit of time, right? It's fine. No, and that's awful, right? But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but does it affect his work? I still enjoy it. I have people think I have a problem, but I feel like I'm able to separate the artist from the art, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
You know, everyone does. Everyone's wearing leather. We all do terrible things.
I love it. It's the leather. That's your sterling example of us all doing bad things.
I always think
don't wear the leather, guys. Don't do it. Okay, the cows.
think of the cows. So he's kind of like unaffected, right? He's kind of an unaffected
the whole time, yeah.
You know, until he's sort of affected. And, you know,
sure.
I mean, this is an Omen parody, so at a certain point, you're going to have to kill the kid. And the point at which, in a comedy, you decide that you're going to murder a 6-year-old child. That's hard, man. You gotta really have like the emotions and the stakes in a good place, you know, because at a certain point he throws the kid to his death.
Yeah, and then just is kind of like, oh man, what am I doing? What am I doing? I think I threw the kid down. What am I doing? It's no, buddy. So my problem, and he's fine, right? Like I don't dislike him at all. He's fine. But that's actually a great point. And the reason why Chevy works, right, is because he's so smart that even in his unaffected way, his commenting and the way that he sees the world is funny to us, even when he's not internalizing anything that's happening to him.
Okay.
And Adam Scott can't do that.
He doesn't have. So he's not a quip machine. Chevy's a quip machine. You know,
and that's hard. That's right.
Hard.
That's not me being like, oh, you should be able to do that. You shouldn't. It's crazy. The fact that he could do that is amazing, right? Yeah. If he was a better person, he would have been the biggest movie star on the planet. But he's trash. So you already have him like not fully living up to the character they've set before him, right? So he's not able to provide that part of it. And then you get to the emotional turn and he's not able to deliver that. And I was like, oh no, what are we doing here? So it's tough. I mean, he's not bad. He's totally fine.
Yeah.
But fine's not good,
and,
you know?
And at the same time, Evangeline Lilly, it isn't given anything to do, so she kind 100%. Of adjusts things in a couple of scenes. You're like, oh well, she's acting like, oh, I don't know what was happening, but not enough to really make you think she didn't. You know, it's like delivering her emotional intelligence was at like a real normal humans as opposed to like someone who could, you know, basically she got dragged into a cult. And you're like, well, you know what that is, right? Because you're acting like you know what it is, but then you're also saying you don't know what it is.
Very well.
Yes, very articulate in what happened as opposed to him having to drag it out of her or something.
Yeah. Or her. So, and I don't want to say she needs to be ditzy or something. She needs to be naive.
Yeah.
And the reason she says that, she's like, I don't know, maybe I was a little naive. Were you? This character doesn't feel naive at all.
Not for it. And at some points you wonder if the turn is going to be that she's
in on it.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. I was waiting for it since the jump.
Yeah.
And it never came. And I was like, maybe that's the sequel.
Because they hint that she's in on it a couple of times.
Yeah.
And Shannon was just watching Rosemary's Baby, which.
Oh boy.
Have you ever seen Rosemary's Baby?
I refuse.
Why?
I don't. It just seems like a real downer. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's all about manipulation and
them
controlling, and they're giving her, you know, they're putting stuff in her food. They're giving her,
that doesn't sound good.
No,
you know?
It's not. It's a horror movie.
Yeah, but it's not. It's like a more of a psychological, one of the my horror. I like a monster. Just give me something
a monster.
Simple.
She gives birth to it.
It's a human. It's a human, though, right?
No. God,
the baby turns out to be the monster. I understand what you're saying. I understand.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, but that's you got to look at that stuff and go like, oh, okay, we gotta play that game where she's not the smartest person in the world, and her husband is this super sleazy guy. You're just like, oh, you're groaning. But just having them come in there and play TV characters, you're like, you can't play TV characters.
Yeah.
And that's what they play. They play just, I'm 100%. A normal TV character that's going to, figure out how this island works. And I'm going to go do this thing. And I'm going to, run.
So now you're attacking Lost here, Dan? Okay, let's calm down. Okay.
But that's who she was,
I'm kidding. I know.
Those
100%.
people, when the turns occur, they just like go, yep.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're on a magical island. You're like, well, what the fuck? I mean, everybody understood the magical island, right? Nobody was like,
well, there's a line in the pilot given by the Lord of the Rings guy. I feel bad I can't remember his name.
Dominic Moynihan.
Guys, where are we? Hey, great. He was questioning it. So you're wrong, Dan. You're dead wrong.
Yeah, but you look at Lost.
Yes, everybody takes the magical island in stride, Dan. Okay, we get it. It's fine. Everyone gets it.
I mean, it's almost like all those characters are written as the same character.
Sure, but Jack's really good at CPR, so you can't beat that. All right.
Wow,
he's so good at CPR on screen. It's incredible. Yeah, I'll deflect all day. I love that show.
Okay, boom. It's 1 week earlier. There's Adam Scott's in a moving truck with two moving guys, and they are they just there to bring the box, the crate?
Yeah, and give exposition. So.
It was the weirdest thing because he's like packed between these two giant guys, African American guys, and you're just like, does he work with them? Why would he be riding up in front? That would never happen.
Yeah, why are you riding? And not to sound, uncouth, but we call that riding bitch, right? Like when you're squeezed in the middle. Why is he? What's going on right now? Other than like visually, it's funny because he's a good foot and a half shorter. I don't know. It's weird.
It's those kind of scenes that you're like, no, don't. It's not what you're getting out of it is not worth it, right?
Right, 100%. Because really. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm moving in. Great. He's like, I'm moving in with my new lady. Great. And then she comes out. She's smoking hot. And they're like, you're married to her. And then he does a weird line about how he's like up in her business. It was very weird and uncouth. And it's just like, I would have gotten that if a moving truck pulled up and he pulled up next to it. I get all of the things that you just said in that scene with 2 seconds of visuals. That's it.
My question is, he does not play the thing of being married to this new hot woman, right?
As a man,
there's like 1 or 2 lines. I mean, he's fine, and if I saw him with her, I wouldn't be like, holy moly, that's it's not like if you were with her,
for sure,
where we'd all be like,
that's what I was gonna say. Is like as a man who did marry up and is very proud of that fact, you do have a certain like affection toward, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I'm fucking her, dude. High five. That feels icky. You're just like, yeah, I'm lucky, dude. I don't know what it is, but I did it. So that's a high five. But you don't talk about it crassly. He's like, yeah, I'm all up in her business, dude. Chaka. I was like, what are you talking about? She's out of your league. That's what you said. Whether I agree with it or not, it's Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, you would talk about her with a little more grace. You'd excited, yes, but it's loving. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was very weird. And I was like, okay, he doesn't even like her. He's just there to bang her, which again is fine. You got to do what you got to do, bud. But it didn't work.
And that is one thing that we never see in this movie is why they got married, what the connection was. There was no reason for them to be married.
Why he stays with her when things go crazy, other than he's like, well, I gave you my word.
Yeah.
That's not very interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that's why in a movie like this, typically you make that gulf bigger. And if the gulf is bigger, then the guy is like, Shannon watches this one weird YouTube show where this guy gives people financial advice.
First of all, that sounds like a terrible thing to watch, but I'm in.
And these people have totally screwed up their lives. And there was this one with this couple, and like the dude like had the weird mustache, and he was a whole thing. And then the girl was very good looking. And you could just tell that this guy, he pays all the bills.
Yeah. Yep.
Because
he won the lotto. You know what I mean?
She is the hottest girl he's ever been anywhere near. And we understand that dynamic. You know, that guy that's never been near a girl this hot is going to make sure that stays.
100%. And you should, right? Like, that's great. And that makes sense for a movie. Like that story makes sense in on paper, but this doesn't work.
This equation didn't work so much.
Sure, he's got a little bit of a weird face, you know what I mean? But he's not ugly.
No.
He's a fine-looking guy. Seems to be relatively successful, although, real estate is always good, right? Yeah. I think. So, he's doing fine.
We set up that something bad happened at a wedding. He has bought a soapbox racer that he and the kid are going to assemble, which...
Is that even still a thing?
Everything is still a thing. I mean, it has to be somewhere.
Is it? Okay, all right. I'm sure somewhere, but not to the point where I'd be like, we should put that in a movie. People are going to relate to this idea. I don't know.
My question to you is, in a soapbox racer, is it the kid and the dad that ride in it?
Usually no. I mean, I never did it, right? I've never seen this as a real thing, but none of the other... It seemed like all the other kids were by themselves.
I saw the one that the parent and the kid were side by side.
Side by side? Okay. Interesting. All right.
So
I mean, I have no idea.
I think it's just a kid, but
we made back in Boy Scouts, we made like little toy cars that we all raced. Yeah. That's the closest I've come to such a thing.
Yeah.
Did not win, by the way. My car sucked.
You got to get the right wheels, and then you got to put the little weights on it.
Like I know, dude.
Yeah.
It did not go well, Dan.
So we meet Lucas, who is the kid. He brings him a handful of worms. Okay, Lucas is very particular. He says he's the luckiest man alive. I suppose. I don't know. Maybe.
But did you feel that way?
Didn't seem like it.
Right. Yeah. So you can tell us something. But if I'm not in agreement with you, like, it doesn't matter. You could say it till the cows come home, as they say. But I have to see it. I have to feel it. Otherwise, this whole movie falls apart.
Yeah. Make it. Yeah. Give him a bad job. Make her, loaded, or, make him moving out of the apartment in the city. Make it seem like, wow, this is incredible.
My new life is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, boom. He's making pancakes for the kid. He's making chocolate chip pancakes for the kid. They're all burnt.
Delicious. Yeah, he's terrible at it.
Is that what that means? He's terrible at it?
It either means that, or it means like they were like, Adam, you really have to cook these. And he's like, this is the 5th time we've done this scene. I don't know what else to do with this pancake. I have no idea.
Why are you showing me burnt pancakes and then never talking about it? Or
don't talk about him. It doesn't seem to come into the type of person he is. I don't know. I got nothing.
Tony, you love this movie. Explain it to me.
I said I laughed a few times. I don't know. I mean, I haven't laughed yet though. So let's hold off. Let's get to the good stuff.
We have a priest on there whose name I've written down somewhere else. He says...
It's a stupid priest name. It's like a church word.
J.D. Gospel.
Gospel. Yeah, Mr. Gospel.
He says that the end of the world is 6 p.m., 6th of June, which I guess corresponds to the kid's birthday.
Birthday.
You have to tell us that, because I do not have a calendar.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Oh, boy.
I don't have the studio calendar that, they sent out with the press kit.
With the press kit. I've never received a press kit at all. So, consider yourself lucky.
Yep. What were you going to say, Tony, about the calendar?
I have absolutely no idea. Oh, don't just get there. You got a calendar on your phone. Okay. You can just open your phone. Everyone's got calendars these days.
He gets a call from, he's driving to work, or he takes it to school, gets a call from the videographer about the wedding video. The guy's like, I got to show you something. You got to come down. And he's all like, we don't want the video. He paid for the video, but he's like, we don't want the video, but the guy, there's a whole weird dynamic where he should just say, we paid for it, so just send it along whenever.
Sure.
But, it sets up this weird, we've talked about it in comedy, when you get everybody questioning what's going on, everything we don't buy anything anymore because it doesn't make any sense. And the dude was already paid.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the problem is.
The problem is they don't want to remember it because it's such a tragic event, which is a new problem that we'll talk about later when we see the video and almost nothing happens. What they just needed to spell it out a little bit better. And Tyler Labine needs to say, dude, you already paid for the video. Like, I'll just send it out. And he's like, don't send it to me. We don't want to see it. It's a bad memory. The wife doesn't want whatever it is. Like, just make it very clear why you don't want this thing you already paid for and should just get no matter what, because that's a weird thing to say. And Tyler Labine's character, instead of being like, I think you need to see it, just be like, bro, you paid for it. I'm going to give it to you. And then he's like, and some weird shit happened. I wish weird shit happened at the wedding. I understand that's a weird thing to say considering he spoke backwards. There was weird shit
that happened at the thing.
He spoke backwards and there was a tornado. Is that really that weird? I mean, the speaking backwards is weird, but it's not like you need to see this weird. I'm disappointed. Nobody even died.
Yeah, he did. That one guy died.
Oh, the one guy got sucked up, but he was an uncle.
Nobody
So
else.
you think that, right, and is that not weird? He's like, I didn't think he made it to the wedding. You haven't heard from him since? Nobody's heard from this guy since and no one has said anything?
That's the whole point. That's the joke, is that I don't,
Yeah, but it's not a very good joke.
No, it's not a good joke. I mean, you could have easily set up what happened at the wedding to have been more interesting and more funny. And like, why is the priest speaking backwards in Latin? Was he part of the cult? We never set that up. Whatever. Okay.
No. I assume it was a message from God that we just never really deciphered. My problem, Dan, is if we had just like seen the wedding or like it wasn't such a big deal. They just make such a big deal. The whole first 30 minutes of this movie is them talking about what a terrible wedding it was. He tells his friends what a terrible wedding it was. The videographer calls and talks about what a terrible wedding it was. And then I saw it and I was like, okay.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, everything in this movie has to set up moving from point A to point B, right?
Sure.
We gotta get there. Because that's, then the laughs can occur once we're there. Okay.
You bet your ass they do. Come on.
He gets to work. He sells real estate. The wedding sucked. He's got this weird lady coworker, Al, who's played by this big lady stand-up comedian who I'm assuming is funny in other things she does.
Okay. That's an assumption you can have.
Oh, have you ever seen her before?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen her before because when she came out, I was like, I recognize you, but I don't know what.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Most stand-up comics I do not care for nowadays. So
sure. Sure.
And then he's trying to sell this nunnery. The priest from the earlier thing wants to buy the nunnery. So he goes down there and meets him. He's all into it. He's like, the end of the world is coming. Money is no object. Boom.
But this scene is so weird because Adam Scott keeps pitching it as a family home. And it's weird because this guy's wearing his...
Yeah, he lies to him about other people that are interested in it.
Right. But he's talking to a guy with a priest collar.
Yeah.
He's in a church, essentially. A reformed nunnery, a church. Like, why would you think this is for kids? Like, it's such a weird scene. Just be like, yeah, what are you interested in this for? And then he can make up the lie, right? Like that guy could say something a lie if he needed to, but also he would just be like, it's a church.
Well, that should be the thing. I'm going to
practice churching. I'm going to practice churching here. Well, I don't know what you want.
Adam Scott should be selling him the nunnery as a church.
Yeah.
And that's the joke.
It's weird.
It writes itself. He's all like, look at this. I already got pews. You're not going to need,
look at this. A pulpit up here. Yeah. You can get to the pulpit. Go stand up there. See how it feels.
He's all like, yes. you know. And I mean, the thing that he should say, he should be, we got this Jewish rabbi. I'm talking to this rabbi. He's like
he's very interested.
Like, how hard is it to write those jokes? Those are so easy to write.
Apparently, it's hard because there's a scene coming up that's my least favorite scene in this entire movie, and it made me so frustrated. I can't wait to talk about it. I've been waiting for 24 hours.
Did you write some jokes for it?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I need to. And I'll tell you, you'll get it. You'll get it.
Okay, boom. He gets a call. The kid is in trouble. He goes down there. There's cops. He goes in, principal, counselor, and this is what we set up. Is this your scene, Tony?
No, but this is also a terrible scene. So it's fine.
We find out what the kid did was he spoke out of, they say, what he did wrong was he spoke out of turn, to which we all go, huh? And he told the teacher to go to hell. And then the teacher threw herself out the window and impaled herself on a fence. Yeah. And all through this, the counselor guy is like going, or he's making some noise, judging Adam Scott, and this is a setup to make him have to go to counseling.
What? Why? What?
Because we got to get to this counseling scene somehow.
Sure. No, I mean, I get it, but there's probably a better way to do it. There's got to be. There has to be a better way to do it that makes even a lick of sense. I believe it to my core.
Because
I really do.
He has stepped into a world that makes no sense.
I mean, that's true. It's Looney Tunes in here. That's for sure.
And then as he's leaving, he sees the people pulling. He and the kids see the people.
This is my first laugh of the movie.
Pulling the body off of the fence.
Just like literally taking her off a spike that's like dripping in blood.
See, now,
I laughed.
If you think that, whatever. But if this is my movie and I think that that's very funny, you gotta extend it.
So this is not the scene I was just talking about, but they don't commit to their bits.
He covers.
This is like
he covers
a thing.
The kid's eyes. The kid should be like, pulling
100%.
it back and then fighting to see it, and he should be no. You can do physical comedy. Is there any physical comedy in this movie?
They have to drop the body again. Like I was waiting for, like they're picking up, like, oh shit, and then they drop it, and it like spikes again, and blood is splurting, and the kid is loving. Like it has to be ridiculous, and I would have loved it. I still laughed, but it could have been very fun.
Okay, now we're doing dinner prep. Lucas's birthday is coming up. Mom defends Lucas. Sam, wife's name. Mom acts a little crazy, says that he needs a positive male figure, and then she's like, you're going to be a great dad. Sends him upstairs. There's this house is like just a bunch of random set rooms.
Yeah.
It's this little tiny hall that you can't even put your arms out. You should be like this.
None of those rooms are attached to that hallway, by the way. They're totally separate places. I don't care what you say to me.
She gets to his room, and he's got the TV on. It's like the Poltergeist shot.
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, they're doing Poltergeist.
He comes in there, and the kid has never really spoken. I don't think.
No.
Puts his hand around, and he's got a goat puppet, which you can't make out at all. And then the goat puppet name is Reroy, which is rapture backwards. I don't know how that is.
Okay. I don't even know. I don't have a clue.
Because they do that later. Rap, TUR.
Oh, because they're like Eruptar or something like that later on the ceiling.
Well, his name is Reroy, but it's supposed isn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because Red Rum is murder backwards.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have to do the thing backwards. It should be Rut Par, but they call him Reroy, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Remember Reptar from the Rugrats? That was cute.
I mean, I know that name. I don't know Rugrats.
You didn't watch Rugrats?
Then he runs away from the goat puppet.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to say about that?
What else? What do you say other than, okay.
Okay.
So he tries to do a joke. Also, this is what I'll say. He walks in. He's like, "Whoa, is the cable out?"
You didn't laugh
it's a
at
joke
that one?
of sorts. No, but it's a joke of a sort. So there you go. There's no second joke, right? There's no build. There's no, this is the base joke, because that's how it feels, right? It's like the first joke in a series of jokes, but there's not. It's just, hey, is the cable out? And then it's like, guess not. Hey, goat, see you later.
So now, is that what you're supposed to do? Like, you come in there, okay, here comes Tony. He's auditioning for this movie.
Great. Okay.
You walk in there, they've written you that one line. Cable's out. And now what do? Yeah. Do you make 3 more jokes, 2 more jokes?
Dude, so this is actually a big point of like not controversy, but it's a debate. There are 2 schools of thoughts on this, because you risk offending the writer.
Oh, fuck him.
If you but he could be in the room
as a writer. Yeah, fuck me over.
But those people do not. It depends, right? That's the thing. So there's 2 types of writers, right? Like, some writers are very sacred to their words. This guy wrote and directed the movie, so I would not improvise.
Really?
That would be and it's just an assumption. He could love it if you go in there and improvise. I don't know, and it's always a gamble. So you are like, I would look at that and I'd be like, okay, he wrote and directed it. He's going to be very precious to his words. That's how I feel. Okay. So I would go in, I would deliver it base. If he then asked me to do it again, if I get a second look, if he's like, hey, let's try it again and just do something a little different, then I improvise. Because then I can put if I've given him the base, it's like, this is what I think you wanted. If you like it enough and you're like, hey, let's try something else and have a little more fun, then I'm like, boom, this is my window. I can now bring a little bit of me to the situation.
Good. You got to Tony all over the situation.
I'm going to Tony it up, and then I get sent home. And then he's like, okay, thanks for coming in. We'll never talk to you again. That's generally the vibe of how that goes out for me.
So write me some jokes. What are your follow-up jokes on this?
This is why I don't get cast in the movie. I don't have any for this one. I have some for another scene.
Okay.
But this, it depends, right? Are you writing? Is this a funny scene? Are you meaning this to be funny?
All scenes should be funny scenes, right?
This movie is only listed as a comedy. Did you see that?
No, but I mean that makes sense to me. Yeah.
It makes sense, but then like it needs to amp up, I think, a little bit. Not like, I don't want it to be like Scary Movie level.
No, it's
I
not
want
scary
it to be
movie.
I want it to be a grounded comedy in an absurd situation. Yeah. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. But I don't know. Anyway,
you got to make some white noise jokes.
Maybe there's a scrambled porn joke in there. I don't know. In my day, you
can make a scrambled porn joke. In there. You ask the kid why he isn't falling asleep. White noise, it puts me right to sleep. Not you. Oh, not you.
Not you. You're wide awake.
Wide awake and talking to the goat. Here we go. Okay. Cut to the next day. He's at the group meeting, and you're like, what's happening? And you're like, oh, yeah, he had to go to group meeting because the kid got someone to kill themselves.
But why did he go to this group meeting?
Because it's stepdads, and the woman invited him.
I get that, but then what? So the school counselor is like, you need to go to counseling. Why does he get to pick why does the dad get to pick the counselor? This guy who's sending him to counseling, you should be like, here's the card, call these people, go to counseling.
Well, he gave him a card. He did give him a card.
Weird.
He gave him a card.
Is it the same card?
I don't know. I don't know how. Doesn't make any sense.
Why would those 2 groups be the same group? I don't know. I'm very confused by the whole thing. But yeah, so he's in this group with the people that we like.
Basically, we set up that every step kid is basically the Antichrist. There's something, they do a Pitch Perfect bit where like Al's kid has to watch Pitch Perfect 1 and 2 and 3.
What's the joke of that?
Because of how horrible Pitch Perfect is.
But that's not true. That's like a false statement, right? Well, like I think.
Well, that's whether or not there's the joke. The joke is Pitch Perfect 1 is a perfect movie, but Pitch Perfect 2. Oh my God!
This is where I'm going.
Yeah, you got to make
even if they do Pitch Perfect 1, Pitch Perfect 2, just like, and then God forbid Pitch Perfect 3. Something like one of them's bad, but in general, I think the Pitch Perfect movies were pretty liked. So
the first movie's very good.
It's perfect.
It's a really good movie.
It's a great. Excuse me, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I just pick a different franchise that's maybe worse, or make a joke out of it. The joke isn't I have to watch Pitch Perfect. That's not the joke yet.
That's what the joke was, right?
Nope, that's not. That could be a launching.
But that's what the joke was, right? That's what's in the movie.
Yes, that is what they thought the joke was. Is that she had to watch Pitch Perfect, which is a lovely movie.
Yeah, you're like, I liked it once.
Sure. There you go. There we go.
I don't want the Cup song in my head. I don't want that in my head.
Where I hate Anna Kendrick. You know?
Yeah.
Love her, hate her now, can't stand her. I don't know.
If I run across her on the street,
to be a joke.
I'm going to kill her. It's her fault.
That's right.
On her.
Right? Great.
But that's the thing is you actually have to have the person who's delivering that doesn't that woman never seems to have a real emotional connection to the joke she's making.
Doesn't seem to have an opinion on the jokes.
Oh, she had
right?
one. She had one good joke. One good joke.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell.
Well, let me know when we get to it. Yeah, you let me know when we get to it.
She had one good joke. One I liked.
Dan, if it's a fart joke, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, it's a queef joke.
Oh, great! Even better. Even better.
The next guy does something. Chris D'Elia talks about his tortured girls, and they switched Vagisil with toothpaste. I think that's kind of a
yeah.
The one kid. This joke was sort of funny. Wanted like the guy's van or something.
I don't even remember, to be honest with it.
And then we have the one where the one kid. I think this is Chris D'Elia one where the kid shit in his sock drawer, and we set up.
Correct. That is Chris D'Elia.
He had to stand on
looking in the mirror.
Somehow he knows that he didn't just shit in his hand and put it somewhere. Somehow he knows that it was.
Something like fell into the shit.
Well, there
was
jujubes.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
So the kid would have had to look in the mirror and look himself in the eyes as he was taking the shit into his sock drawer. And then he's like, I'm going to teach him a lesson and shit in his backpack. I've got the backpack in my car. What?
Yeah. That wasn't so.
It's weird.
It's super weird. It's super weird, which is why, like, part of me's like, did he make that one up? I don't know. Dan. I don't know.
When you have Chris D'Elia on set, you got to let him rock and roll.
I guess, or just replace him with a different actor and CGI the background.
So we have the party. It's the birthday party of the kid, but it's before we set up that it's like 3 days before because we got to kill him on that day. On the
birthday. Yeah.
It's all the stepdads bring their kids. And so there's lots of kids. We had a whole bit where she couldn't get a clown. It's hard to get a clown. And he just brings his clown and he's drinking with the boys. The clown sets himself on fire and then jumps in the pool. And he says, the child made me do it.
It's fine. You know, it would have been cool if we found a joke in there other than like making it relatively serious. You know, I don't know.
No jokes,
but it's fine. Let's just talk about the stunt work. Great stunt, setting yourself on fire, jump in the pool. I would never do it. You know, shout out to stunt people everywhere. Y'all are crazy.
You're not a stunt person.
No, and I'm deathly afraid of it. You know, like I'm. I don't like getting hurt.
I did Groundlings with a stunt person.
Did you?
She was like a real stunt person.
Was she a little deranged?
Deranged? No. She was. Okay. She was.
I don't know.
Very almost salt of the earth. She's very normal.
Oh,
very,
cool.
very. Normal.
I love that. And yet. She tries to kill herself every day. I mean, that's great.
I don't think she tries to kill herself.
I mean, sure, the point isn't to die, right? Like you're doing it to not get hurt, but you're just asking for it at some point. You know, tempting fate, as they say.
You're like Shannon. You're like you would never skydive or bungee jump because.
First of course, I would not skydive. First of all, I believe in gravity, Dan. Okay, and now you put in 300 pounds of meat. Yeah, at some point that bungee's gonna snap, and I am on the pavement, splattered everywhere. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Right. I won't do it.
Do it over a river.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's going to be great. You know how hard it's, they say it's like hitting concrete if you fall too high and hit water. That's what they say.
Yeah, but you're bungeeing,
That's crazy.
so you probably boom and just fall a little way.
Yeah, okay. So now I'm trusting other people to have secured the bungee, built the bungee, tested the bungee. How many times has that bungee been used, Dan? I don't know. There's too many factors. I'm staying on the ground.
Tony, you're going to be old and you're going to regret all the shit you didn't do.
No, I'm going to be old. So I'm going to be thankful I didn't do that shit because I made it. First of all, we both know I'm not getting old. This ticker's going to give out real quick.
Okay, he goes to the videographer. Did you know he was going to the videographer when he went to the videographer? Because didn't he set up he wasn't going to go to the videographer?
There was never a change of heart towards the videographer. As far as I know, he was like, don't ever call me again. I don't want the video. See you never. And then he's just there. I don't know.
Gotta get to that scene. This guy.
I was also very excited to see that it was Tyler Labine.
Yeah, you keep saying that like someone knows who that is. Tyler,
so
yeah, Tyler Labine, the
Tyler Labine,
the star of the Star Wars movies.
He wishes, you know what I mean? He's got his own podcast now.
Wow.
He was in Reaper, CW show. That was a great show. I auditioned for
him.
There was he got a role over me, which that
he
made it sound like I was in the running.
You?
Yeah. See, I don't want to say it like that. I just happened to audition for a movie, and then he got the role. I was never in the running, but generally, like when they reach. I don't know if people care about this, but basically, what happens is a casting director will bring in a bunch of people for a movie, and they still reach out to stars. But they're like, if we can't get a star, if no one agrees, like here are the choices that you could do instead. So that would be what he did not audition for the movie. I can guarantee it. But anyhow, I auditioned for a movie that he ended up getting, and I was like, oh man, he is better than me. That's how I felt myself.
He's better than you?
I like him a lot. Not in this movie. Let me be clear, it was not this movie. But yeah, he did it was Justin Long, and it was someone. It's like a bachelor party, and somebody died or something. I don't remember what it was. It was years ago. But anyhow, I like him a lot. I think he's great. He's in Tucker and Dale versus Evil. He's wonderful in that. Nothing.
This guy directed that.
Oh shit! Is that true?
I think so.
First of all, that's wild because I genuinely enjoy that movie. But that makes sense why he'd be in it. That makes a lot more sense. Because I was like, why would Tyler Labine do this shit? But that explains a lot.
He directed that movie and then he did this movie.
Okay. Wow. In that direction?
Yikes. You look it up while I do the next thing.
All right. Well, this is the scene I was talking about, so don't get too far.
He's looking it up. So what we set up is he's going to the video guys. The video guy comes in there and we show the video initially. And he gets mad because he didn't use a tripod. Mm-hmm. And then we see there's a big tornado.
Almost
what? You almost there?
They were almost at the joke. Like they were really okay. Yeah, the same guy directed both. Yeah. Wow. Unbelievable. Interesting. And he directed Clown in a Cornfield this year, which I need to see. Because it's based on a book that I really enjoyed. Okay.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
Well, hopefully,
just doing some research here.
Hopefully he ruins that for you too.
It did not do well. It's getting very bad reviews, so I think he did. I think he did ruin it, turns out. So, whoops.
So then it turns out that the priest was speaking backwards they thought he was speaking Latin, but he's actually speaking backwards. Latin and backwards. Very different things.
Not even close. Not even sort of similar, right? Like when you hear him talk, you're like, no, it's clearly backwards. Like it sounds just like those records that used to do that, where they were like, blah, blah. So dumb. No one would think this was Latin.
Nope.
Nobody.
No one.
Maybe gibberish. Go with gibberish, right?
Was he having a stroke?
Speaking in tongues?
I do not know.
Great. There you go.
Someone did say speaking in tongues at one point.
All right.
No. It's like, why?
I don't know. I like stroke. Stroke's funny.
Stroke.
Dark, but funny.
This guy's like, okay, then the tornado comes Oh, the backwards masking was that protect the child. That's what he's there to do, is protect the child.
Yeah.
And then we set up that, a tornado came in there. The kid was unaffected by the tornado. The tornado killed one of the uncles. And then, boom, the videographer's like, by the way, I'm also an occult researchist, and pulls out all this information explaining how the end of the world is coming.
Yeah.
And he also has done the research that everyone your wife has ever dated has died. And but there's one guy, Gabriel, and you can go find him somewhere later on in the movie randomly, to which the audience will be like, who are we going
Who's
to see?
Who's this again? Yeah.
Okay, so Tony, what is it that you loved about this scene?
I love the idea of him being obsessed with his work. Like, so as someone who has dabbled on that side of the film as well, we do get attached to like shots, right? We're like, oh, this is a good shot. I did my sister's wedding. It was a disaster, by the way. Long story. But I videographed my sister's wedding.
When was this?
And this was 3 years. It was right after the pandemic.
Okay.
Because they were supposed to get married in 2020. That obviously didn't happen. So then we did it after the pandemic. Anyhow, but there's this, we were at the reception, and you just get in your artsy with it. So I was like on the ground, and I was like focusing, and the sun was in the background of them kissing. And I was like, oh, this is such a good fucking shot. And nobody appreciated it. Right. I put it in the final product. It's the last part of the movie. And I was like, oh, look, everybody get ready for this. This is going to blow your mind. Nobody cared. And I was like offended. So I love this moment where this guy is like, why didn't you use a tripod? And he's like, fuck you. What are you talking? Look at this shot. Like, and we never go back to that.
Yeah.
The reason why that joke isn't funny, well, there's two reasons, but the reason why that joke isn't funny is because we drop it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like, why is the camera so shaky? This is a wedding video. And he needs to be very offended, but then he needs to keep pointing out shots in his video. He's like, you think I could do this with a tripod? Look at this shot. Look, I'm under doing this view. Like, he needs to hit that for the rest of the scene on and off. In the middle of a really nice conversation, like they're talking serious, like, yeah, your wife, she dated all those people. They're all dead. Oh, look at this shot. This is the money shot. I just needed more play. Why didn't you use a tripod? Funny launching point. But then they just stick with tripod. He's just like, did Scorsese use a tripod? Yeah, he did. He did. Just 100%. Without a doubt, he did. That's a stupid thing to say. No one would ever say it. No. It's just a missed opportunity. And I think Tyler Labine's very funny. And I think he could have delivered something really nice there, given the opportunity. That's all. I know you don't like Tyler Labine. You don't know Tyler Labine, but he's great. Oh, he also did that show where he talks to ghosts on Hulu. I don't remember what that one was called all of a sudden. Great stuff, man. I don't like that you don't know Tyler Labine.
Still don't know.
All right. It bothers me.
He gets home. The kid's on the table. He's now scared of him. Okay. CPS has called Child Protective Services. They're going to be coming soon. Okay. He's there with the wife, getting ready for bed. He is still wearing a dress shirt with a loose tie while he's brushing his teeth.
Brushing his teeth. I wrote that down too. That's the weirdest thing that happens in this whole movie. Take off your shirt. Take off the tie at least. You already just unloop it from your head. It's so weird. I don't understand it.
And this is why you don't do shit like that in your movie, because people,
so weird.
Everyone's going to know. You think it's a little thing, but there's no such thing as a little thing in a movie.
Yeah.
They notice everything. Okay. They go to bed. She gives him a massage, being all sexy time. And then this is where she explains how she got pregnant with Lucas. She joined a cult. They gave her drugs. She woke up the next morning and she ran away. Implication.
And she's
rape.
just Right. And she's just very matter of fact about it. And that's not what the naive person would like. She says, maybe I was just a little naive, but, I went to this rape party and had a great time. And it's just like, no, like, you show me in this scene. He has to figure out what happened. Right? Like it has to be him discovering it, not her just telling him a story that's so matter of fact, like, yeah, I got fucked by 9 guys in this room and they sacrificed something on an altar and, it's really fun. No, like she has to say like sort of vague things that don't seem to mean anything to her, but he's like, what the fuck? You mean you went to a cult, like a ritual, and you got passed around? Like, it's weird, right? Like, I don't know.
She doesn't know the father of her child, and it occurred when she was basically drugged.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they skate past it as fast as they humanly can because they don't want to deal with it.
100%. And if it's what was Jesus? What was that called? An immaculate conception. And if that's it, great. Like say that. It's just like, well, no, I mean nothing happened, but then I woke up and I was just, I don't know, I was pregnant. So weird how that happens.
Lucas shows up in the doorway and cockblocks him hard.
Yeah.
Bad dreams about worms coming out of his nose. Probably the creepiest thing in the whole movie.
Yeah, that was super messed up. I loved it. I thought that was like a great moment when he tweezes one worm and then looks back and there's another one. I was like, yeah, that's a nightmare. I'll tell you that right now.
That's a nightmare. Okay, now they're going to go look for Gabriel. They go someplace where there's all these guys chanting that seem like they're priests.
Right, but also like it sounds just like the people that she described, so I was confused.
They find Gabriel. He is whipping himself. The blonde woman makes a joke about self-flagellation, like maybe cut it out or something. She has one joke that was kind of funny.
Yeah, she's like, just stop flagellating for 1 second, something like that. Yeah, it's funny. It would be even funnier if you just kept making jokes. You know, and I'm like, again, give me 3 jokes about flagellation.
So, they've got to go find this next guy, Gozar in Bethlehem. Okay. Let's see.
This was almost funny, I thought, when are they in the bar yet where she's like, I can't go with you?
Now they go to a pool hall to talk about flying to Bethlehem, Israel to get Gozamel. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, I just can't go with you to Israel right now. Like, I got a lot of stuff going on. Like, that could have been very funny. I didn't laugh, but I was like, I understand where you're going, and this could be funny. And then, it turns out that there's a Bethlehem in the state they're in, and that's funny.
Well, it's kind of crazy that he's ready to go to Israel.
Sure.
You're like, wait, hold on a second. That's a big stretch.
It's a big commitment. Yeah.
So they go to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
So what would be funnier, let me just say this in my opinion, right? Maybe you can tell me I'm wrong. She gives all these excuses. I can't go to Israel right now, dude. Like I got batting practice on Tuesday. I've got a PTA meeting. I just can't go to Israel. And then it's like, it's Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And she's like, I just can't do it, man. Like I've got lunch with my mom. Like she just, like smaller excuses. And when she knows that it's the same day, I don't know. I think that'd be a fun way to go. That would
be funny. They go there. They meet Gozamel. It's this little guy. They get in his van, and they're gonna
cool van, by the way. And he decked it out. I love that.
I guess they're driving back, right? Yeah,
yeah, because they drove to him wherever he is. I don't understand the geography. Yeah,
yeah. So they're going back. He's got donuts and beer. He's got a special magical knife that'll kill the kid.
What?
Knife of Destiny.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Which the bad guy also needs.
Yeah, but has never looked for before in his entire life, even though they're like ready to do the sacrifice. Okay.
Who knows?
That's cool.
They go back there. He does a Keymaster joke, and then he's like, that's Ghostbusters. That's kind of funny.
Oh, this is my favorite jokes because he's like, I just made it up. There's no Keymaster. It's from Ghostbusters, remember? And then Adam Scott gets the line, if it's from Ghostbusters, you didn't make it up. Great little line.
That was a good line.
Great little line. Yeah, wonderful.
They avoid a guy in the road. They crash into a cornfield. Gazumel, she keeps calling him Gozar, and his name is Gazumel.
Now,
is that a ghost? I mean, it's a Ghostbusters joke, right?
Thank you. So I don't know that. I've seen Ghostbusters a couple times. I'm not I think we've talked about not a huge Ghostbusters fan. So when you said it, I was like, I'm assuming that's the guy in Ghostbusters. I just don't care.
Well, and you have to point it out. His name is Gazumel. I'm just calling him Gozar because of Ghostbusters because he made the Ghostbusters joke.
Remember the Ghostbusters? Yeah.
That's not funny. Wasn't funny the first. Wasn't funny when he made it. Wasn't funny when you made it. I mean, you have a comedy. You can do all these jokes, but you can't.
So, and Dan, this is actually a really nice moment for you.
It is.
So, because you make the joke, the first joke, which they did, Ghostbusters, right? She makes this joke, or there's this scene where it's like, it's not funny. It's from Ghostbusters. That's not funny.
Still not funny.
Then when he does the Keymaster joke at the end, she should be so annoyed with it. Like they're trying to break into the thing. He's like, I'm the Keymaster. Then she loses her shit on him, right?
I can't make a Ghostbuster joke. You can make a Ghostbuster joke. What the fuck? I don't get this. Doesn't make
yes.
And they should.
And that's boom, boom, boom. That's 3 jokes. Boom, you did it.
Well, and you do that as a beautiful interlude right then, right? He's like,
yes,
we need to.
100%.
She's all like, I know we need to go in there, but this is not fine. Let your people.
100%.
And that's the thing is if they give a shit about their joke, it's funny, and
they do not.
They get to act. They don't like any of these jokes.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that's a nice moment, Dan. I like that. Well done.
He gets his dying speech. He says at the right time you'll get a sign. He's freaking out. She's calm. Are we going to leave him here? They just leave the dying person there. Right. His place where he lives is on the edge of this cornfield that they just walk through. That was so weird.
Doesn't really make a lot of sense.
And then here's the kid sitting on the thing and
swing. It's a swing. Whatever, Tony. God damn it. The swing thing.
And this is the thing I kind of like. Al, the woman, she bails. She's like, I'm going to help you forever. And then when she sees the kid, she bails. But they didn't give her a joke, really.
Well, again, that's the problem. Which is why I think it would have been a nice moment if in the bar she had that opportunity to be like, oh, it's right down the street. Listen, I can't do it. I just can't. And then he, talks her in and he's like, fine, I'll go. And then this is the moment she has to come, like she has to really put her foot down because she is not going near the kid. Well, it would have been a nice build.
You know what she has to do? Because she's stolen the knife out of the van, right? So she has the knife. Did we see her do that?
We saw her do it, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because she just like quickly, there was no joke, there was nothing. It's literally just like she goes, oh, and then grabs it and leaves. That's it.
We watched this great Australian comedy called Fisk, and they're like lawyers. Okay. And they have these kleptomaniac ladies that are clients, and they come in there, and the one lady just keeps taking stuff off of the desk and like putting it in her thing, and it just at a certain point she's like, scooping stuff,
everything,
and it's hilarious because what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's good.
You have those things, where you're like, you're not supposed to like be like, stop it, because they're your and this thing should have been like her. She should have been like, mine now. Just give us a little joke.
Great.
Let her say something.
And then in this moment, he can be like, how did you get the knife?
Well, this moment, she should be like, man, I want to help you. And then she gives him the knife, and she's all like, okay, you got this. Child kill. Go kill the 6-year-old child.
But I gotta go.
I can't do this because, something from before. You gotta. That's a fun scene for her to bail on him to go kill the child.
100%.
Because he's going to kill the child, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's the goal. Dan, speaking of kleptos, I just got to tell this story because it just happened last weekend. Remember I told you that we were going to go to the pumpkin patch?
And
go to our corn maze.
These things that you're going to do.
Yeah. So we're at the corn maze, and there's this old woman at the cash register, and she's like, corn maze is $30. So I give her two 20s, which, by the way, is $40. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I give her $40.
She says, thank you.
Yeah. She says, thank you, puts in the cash register, shuts the cash register, and goes, next. And I was like, and then I walked away. She stole $10 from me. I was like, what do I do in this moment? I can't. She was so sure. Like, she was so convincing. I was like, did I not give her 20? I only had 20. I don't know what. And then we just walked away. And the rest of the day, I was like, that woman stole $10 from me. I couldn't let it go.
I wonder how many times she does that a day. Hundreds of times. Probably.
I think it's to every single person. I think they're making thousands of dollars off of her scheming.
She's making. Nobody else is making that money.
You think she's pocketing it?
Yes.
At the end of the day, she's like, this is my cut. I took $400 from these people. Oh, tough day. Tough day.
He goes into the house. I guess the kids was in the swing, and then the kid's not on the swing, I guess.
Yeah, he like looks down and looks up, and the kid's gone.
He goes into the house. Boom, he's all dirty. It turns out that Child Protective Services is there in the form of Sally Field. And then Al's wife, Wendy, is there for...
Why?
Has she even...
No
she
reason.
met her one day?
They met at the party. That's it. But what's weird is he was with Al. He was just with Al, and then the wife is with the wife. I was like, what's happening? I don't understand.
She also, like...
I don't understand.
Is very familiar and calls him like a piece of shit, I think.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, when he's upstairs, because I assume like the joke is that men aren't good at like being fatherly figures, right? So she's like, just read him a book, you piece of shit, which is like a funny line. But I was just so bewildered by this whole scene that I couldn't, like, I was just trying to understand what's happening. Also, like, she made Evangeline Lilly made a big point of him being there for the Child Protective Service lady. And he's like, of course I'll be there. Of course I'll be there. But then no one makes a big deal that he's not there and he's coming in late. There's never a moment where it's like, where the fuck were you? We're here. We've been waiting for you. She needs to know. There was never that. It was just like he walks in and everyone's like, oh, hey.
They never do that. What? They never do that gloriously uncomfortable thing where you're like arguing about the kid in front. Well, hold on a second. How is Child Protective Services involved? She's it's her kid.
She's the mom. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know, Dan.
Like Child Protective Services.
No. Well, it's. I think they say something like the school called on them or something because of what happened.
They don't take your kids away for you not being a great dad. They do it if you like beat your kids and do terrible things. That's weird.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. She's not real CPS. It's
That's
fine.
True. He gets to go tuck in Lucas. He goes up there. The hall lights go out. Another weird thing. He's like, the lights are out. She's like, there's a flashlight hanging on the wall.
On the wall. Yeah.
What?
When is that a thing?
No, that's the most not a thing.
Having said that, I know the most not a thing. I know that like we have a flashlight in our cupboard, just in case of something.
She should be like, go to the kitchen, get a flashlight. Go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
There's one in the drawer. Flashlights are in drawers. They're not hanging on the wall.
Grab a candle. Maybe we have a candle out for scents. I don't know. Something.
They're not going to shoot candlelight. Not a chance.
That's true. You're right about that.
He goes in the room. There's a talking lion. Starts doing the goat puppet. The kid goes into another room. He looks through a keyhole. The kid startles him. He falls back, knocks himself out. The kid kills
himself. Yeah.
Drags him down the stairs, puts him in the soapbox derby thing, is able to drag him across a 6-year-old child who is very small, drags him, buries him.
He's possessed.
In the crate.
There's an almost funny moment because he drags him down the hall in the background while Sally Field's like, it's never the child's fault. It's too quick. It's too quick to like fully land because that's a funny idea of the kid like dragging a dead body behind him as she's talking about how good kids are. It's just, they don't stick the landing, I don't think, but that's all right.
I'm angry. He calls her with his cell phone that he's buried alive. And then boom, this is where we start at the beginning of the movie. He gets unburied. He gets out. I want a divorce. And then we do a whole. She starts blaming him, and the children act out. And then he's like, he's the Antichrist. And then they leave, and then it starts raining blood. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the kid. I think the kid flicks him off on the way out, too. Is that what happens?
Could be.
As they're walking away, I swear the kid like flipped the bird over his shoulder. I swear I saw it. I don't know.
Okay. The next day, he and Al are at the ball game, and she's all like, you got to kill that kid to save the world. And she's like, you got to kill him at the water park. Take him to the water park, put sand in his floaters, and then send him down, and then he will drown to death.
Why isn't there a joke about how she's thought about this?
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Because she comes up with this idea so fast. There has to be a moment where he's like, why did you have that locked and loaded? I've been a stepdad way longer than you. You know, like something, I don't know.
It is so easy to write jokes. What she does is then she reaches into her coat, pulls out 2 tickets.
I've had these ready for a while. Yeah.
I got these passes. Discount passes.
Yeah.
With my blessing. Okay, so he goes back to his wife, gives her flowers, makes, sorry I called your kid the Antichrist, but okay. I'm going to take him to the water park. They have a fun montage. He's laughing.
So real quick, It's a good moment. Another moment that should show her naivete.
Oh, sure.
Which they don't let breathe, but like him being like, I'm so sorry. I called him the Antichrist. And she has to take that in, right? But just be like, I get it. It's okay, Or like, I don't know, something, but there's just, I don't know.
Well, yeah,
there's nothing. This character doesn't exist.
Say, you're his father now. And, there's going to be misunderstandings, and we're going to work it out.
Yeah, exactly.
We're a family. We're going to work it out. He's like, water park. She's like, oh, my God. And for his birthday.
I love it.
Oh, my. I mean, the casting of her is terrible.
And I love her, obviously. Kate, come on. One of the goats.
No.
But yeah, she's not the right choice. Yeah.
And so this lady takes a picture of them. They get a picture of them being father and son. And then the kid's like, let's do the big slide. And they go up there, and he puts these waders filled with sand, and the kid goes to his death.
Just goes.
Let me put this gun to your head because we're having such a good day. You're like, wait, what?
There has to be a moment where it's the devil father, like making him do that on any level. Because otherwise it's weird.
It should be like he should turn around, and then the kid should have put the waders on himself. Right?
There you go.
He's still like, I know these are heavy, but they're going to stop being heavy once you're dead. You're like, what the fuck is this? You can't. He's like, he knows he's sending this kid to his death. That's kind of a big thing.
What's interesting that you're saying is that they do have that person on the side that he like constantly is turning to give one-liners to about. So that's great. Is he has to turn, come back, and the waiters are already on,
and he should be like, no. Wait, don't do it. No. Because he should have. Yeah. He should have switched at this point, and he doesn't want to kill the kid, but he wants to kill the kid now. And it's like, he loves the kid now. He sees what it can be, and then he wants to save the kid. And he saves the kid. Yeah. Okay, where are we? Ready to kill him. Sand waders, he goes. What the hell? Oh, he looks up in he's like, God, give me a sign, and it says love. I didn't get that.
That's the sign from God that you have to choose love in this moment and save the child.
Why is some plane writing? I mean,
you're saying why? There's no reason. Yeah, there's no reason. Unless God's flying the plane.
You have to make the sign like really, like have a big fat guy that says love across his belly. It's gotta be a joke. It can't be like.
Yes. Oh, I agree with that. Yeah.
Or see like a guy, has love on one hand, then you look over and he has hate on the other hand. It's like, what do you got to do some some doubles, right?
Yeah.
Like 12 different, 3 different doubles where he's like, oh yeah, oh no, yeah, oh no, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. And then just dives in because it should be an autonomous decision, in my opinion.
He shouldn't get the sign.
It has to be him. Exactly. I like the idea of confusing signs. I think that's really funny. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's the sign. Choose love. Oh, shit, it's hate. Here's this one. Here's this one. This isn't a sign at all. I don't know what to do. And then he dives in and saves him.
You have like a dove flies, dove. Oh, dove. Hawk comes in, kills the dove.
Kills the right.
Oh, what?
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
I mean, this is getting a little scary movie, but I'm sorry. He promises.
I want to watch Scary Movie 2 because someone is it Dancing with the Stars? Is that? Yeah. Andy Richter's in Scary Movie 2. So he wore the same costume as he wore in Scary Movie 2 on the Halloween. And I was like, I should rewatch that movie.
That's funny. He promises to protect them. They go and talk it out over ice cream, and the kid starts talking. He talks for the first part. Now he starts talking. I never knew my dad. Adam's dad Adam never knew his dad. His dad told him he was a loser. And we do a whole, you can be what you want to be. And the kid says, I don't want you. Oh, he says, I don't want you to die anymore. Okay.
I thought this was a funny moment because then Adam says it back, and I was like, that's funny.
Yeah, the end part.
I don't want you to die anymore either.
It's definitely the best part of the movie because they've resolved all the mess. Right? Yeah. They've resolved all the stuff that they didn't know how to deal with. They do know how to deal with, his character protecting a child and doing the thing. He's fine with that. It's the emotional baggage that they have to get through. Boom. Looks on the TV, there's an Amber Alert. The Amber Alert is him. The CPS lady shows up. The cops show up, and they grab the kid. They also go to grab the mom. They also throw him in the back of a cop car.
Oh, wait. Yeah, this is one of the other jokes I like. I told you I was going to write down all my jokes. The police come up. And the kid starts doing his go to hell thing, which is how he kills people. Go to hell. And then Adam and Rose is like, don't say that to the cops. We're working on manners. And they're like, that's a funny line. Joke. Funny line. Yeah.
Because he knows where he's at, right? For the first time in the movie, everybody knows 100%. Where they're at.
Yeah.
And they can do that. The director did not set them up to know where they're at the rest of the movie.
Yeah. It's good.
The kid calls a bunch of birds. He's able to call the wife and realizes that things are a problem. Gets a homeless guy to open the door. He runs. He goes to Al's.
What is going on with this homeless guy? I don't understand, Dan.
I think it's God.
Okay. They don't show that, but that's interesting. Yeah, because he's around all the time, and then he opens the door and he's like, "Save the child."
Yeah,
but that's it. Then we never see him again.
It's like it's like when you like those scary movies. People just say stuff, right?
I'm gonna say no. I don't know. I think it has to be motivated a little bit. That's fine.
Okay, so boom, Al sets him free. They know where they're going. She has like a monster truck car. They collect up all the stepdads. Boom, the cult is gonna kill him. And the idea is that the kid will act as if you kill the kid, then he becomes a portal and Satan is able to take control of the body.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Drive over police cars. They crash into the fence. Boom, here we are. The door is locked to the nunnery, but he has the key, so he's the key master. He gets to not make that joke. He goes inside. He punches Sally Field, and they find robes, and then they hit her with a board, too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's almost funny where someone is like, you should really take it easy on the old ladies, huh? And then he grabs a board and hits her with the board and they go, or not. That's funny.
They use the knife of destiny to sacrifice the child to allow Satan to inhabit his body. Adam Scott throws the world's best dad baseball. It hits the bad guy in the head. He drops the knife.
Great.
And they run up there, and the 5 of the good guys are able to convince the 100 bad guys that this is over and that they should probably not leave. They should probably leave.
Well, yeah, Adam Scott gives a speech of some sort, and he's like, "You should be ashamed of yourselves," and everyone's like, "You're right. We should. We feel it.
We're no longer gonna believe our religion."
Right, yeah. That's how cults work, right?
That's exactly.
Sure.
They're not going to rush the stage and kill the kid themselves. Nope.
No, definitely not. They get it.
The kid's thing flies up in the air. It falls down, and a pit to hell opens up. And
perfect.
Adam Scott is able to save the kid.
Yeah, jumps in, hangs on by one hand
for a long time, and then fire shoots up, and then he falls, and somehow he's clung to some other place for another couple of minutes. All holding a 6-year-old child. Little tiny Adam Scott. Zero muscle tone Adam Scott has done this amazing thing.
Yeah, great stuff. Now, wouldn't the kid have, because he has some sort of magical powers on his own, right? So couldn't he do something?
He could have just said to all the bad guys, go to hell, and they'd all gone to hell.
And they all die. Yeah, they're all done. Die. They're all bye-bye. I don't
know. So they escape the hole. The bad guy tries to attack again, and the mom knocks him into the pit where he falls to his death.
Sure does. And then we get my other favorite line of the movie.
Oh, what's your favorite line of the movie?
It's my good friend, Kyle Bornheimer. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. But he says they cut to the group of stepdads, and they're all like, wow, that was really impressive that she just punched him in the pit. But his line is, they both punch really well. When people run up to them in churches, which is just the dumbest line I've ever heard in my life in a movie. And I loved it. I thought it was so good.
So Tony went out on a laugh.
Because it's so specific. They're so good at punching. And then he qualifies it with, when people run up at them in churches.
Oh, you mean women? Is that what he's saying?
No. So earlier, Adam Scott punches the nun.
Oh.
And then Evangeline Lilly. So he's saying they both, as a couple, they both punch really well when people run up at them in churches, which is it's great.
There it is.
It's lovely. Dan doesn't like Kyle. That's what I'm getting out of this. Unbelievable.
No, I thought he was one of the. I would have ranked him probably highest among the stand-up comics in this movie.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Pretty good. Great job, Kyle.
Tony, tell us about something you liked this week.
Well, Dan, so first I'm going to tell you something I did not like at all, and then I'm going to give you something that I enjoy in general, but I did not just watch it for the first time this week. So we watched the new It Welcome to Derry show.
Oh, is it that bad?
I think it might be my least favorite pilot I've ever seen in my life.
Wow, I got to watch that.
If you haven't seen it, spoilers ahead, but basically the first scene of the movie, there becomes this woman basically gives birth to a tiny demon baby type of thing, and then it flies around the car. And I was like, well, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It is so stupid, and it just doesn't get better. We hated it. This is, I think, 0. I give it 0 stars. And, I should have expected it because I liked It Chapter 1. I thought that was a fine movie. Ugh. It Chapter 2, I thought was garbage, absolute trash. And it's the same guy that directed both of those. So I was like, he's going this way. He's going downhill for each thing he's done. And this is by far the worst of the 3. So, yeah, you should give it a watch. I think you'll get some good laughs out of it.
Isn't the It thing like a spider from space?
Well, sure. So it's not, listen, it's like a literal, I don't want to give it away because it'll ruin the laugh for you, I think. Just watch it. It's dumb. It's really dumb.
But in the book, It.
Yes. Yeah.
I watched those 2 It movies and, they were bad.
Yeah.
but it's a spider from outer space, right?
Yeah, the creature, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this is like a mind trick type of situation.
Oh, so she really doesn't have that baby?
I don't think so.
But I gotta see it.
But
it's pretty cool.
You get to watch it. Yeah, you get cool is one word for it.
I can't wait for this shit.
Yeah, it's funny. I think you're going to like it. But so what I want to do, and on a positive note, is I want to shout out my good friend Kyle Bornheimer and his frequent collaborator in the early 2000s, David Walton. They are two of my favorite performers. I love them very much. They did a show called Perfect Couples. Everybody should watch that. Then they did David Walton starred, and he guest starred in a show called Bent, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. So watch Bent, watch Perfect Couples, enjoy yourself. They're lovely.
That's
all I got.
I hear you talking. I don't understand anything you're saying.
I'll put links in the description for all these shows. What did you enjoy, Mr. Sassy Pants?
We watched this crazy 1979 thriller.
Oh wow!
Called "When a Stranger Calls," and it's basically the movie that Scream ripped off.
Homage, they call it.
I mean, it is the girl is home alone.
Yeah.
Gets the call. Eventually, the cops trace it. They say the call is coming from within the house.
Inside the house. Yeah. So the difference, right, is that, like, I think she lives, right? Isn't that?
She does live because she lives, and then there's the middle part of the movie where the guy's horrible, and then at the end, he goes to terrorize her some more.
Right. So the difference is, like, they were like, what if that happened? But then she is gutted from the inside. Oh. So that's the intro to Scream. Yeah.
Scream is great. Don't get me wrong.
Scream's
and
wonderful.
This thing is like, this thing is dirty 70s weirdness. You're just like, God, what the hell? But it is interesting to watch that and go like, holy shit, this is Scream.
Yeah. It was the idea, right? You watch that and you're like, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
What if he cuts her up real good? Speaking of that, the Scream 7 trailer dropped. Now I do have something I liked, and I'm very excited. Neve Campbell's back. Thank God that they did that. I mean, it wasn't their choice. Bad things happened. The other cast had to leave the movie, so they were like, I guess she's our only hope. Let's give her the money she wanted to begin with. Terrible storyline that they treated her like shit, but I'm glad she's back. I can't wait to see it.
Did I say I was finished talking?
No, but I just wanted to segue because she brought up Scream, and I just was like, you know what? This is great. And back to Dan, everybody. Back to Dan. Here we go.
Finally watched Weapons.
Oh, that is on our list. Is it good?
I'd call it a 10 out of 10.
It's okay.
It is a real movie, right? It's
interesting. Okay.
It is like Zach Cregger. He knows how to direct a movie.
Sure. Did you like Barbarian?
I love
Were you
Barbarian.
a Barbarian fan?
Loved
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Right. This is a better movie than Barbarian.
Okay, that's good.
But the performances are just like forget about it. Just everybody's so good.
Forget about it.
And so that movie, and he's doing the new Resident Evil, and it's
I did not know that. Yeah, that's exciting.
So everyone is all bent out of shape. They're like, Archie should make us some more kind of movies like the movies he's already made us, and shouldn't do something where he gets to spend as much money as he wants.
Right? Like he just gets to a playground? Why would he not want to do that, you idiots?
And that's what he was saying. He's like, I get to do whatever it's like, I know what I'm going to do with this. It's going to be a nonstop action movie.
Awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. Shut the fuck up.
He knows how to direct that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's not like it's someone we don't trust now, right? Like that's the whole point. Is it's like, oh, okay, you can do great stuff. Let's give you a vehicle.
Yeah.
Like a well-known big budget vehicle. See what you do. It's going to be fun.
And that's
everybody calm down.
Everything in Weapons, you're like, oh, look at all these great choices that are made at every turn to make, it's like an entertaining movie.
Wow.
And you're like,
and a lot like Little Evil is, some would say.
Just like it. And the last thing I want to say is, I've seen these short trailers for The Running Man, and they are literally the worst things I've ever seen.
Okay. So I love Glenn Powell. I think that's been pretty clear. I think it's pretty clear. I think if anybody watches this, I think they know I love Glenn Powell. I'm very concerned. I'm like super worried about it. And oh God, Chad Powers ended. The season 1 ended.
Good.
Unreal. So good. 6 episodes. Woo! Everyone check that out. I'm so worried, Dan. So concerned.
And Edgar Wright's, he's a really great director at times. So.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, right? So I don't know, man. Maybe it'll surprise us, you know?
So, Tony, we're going to be off next week, but then when we come back in 2 weeks, we're going to need a movie to watch. So give us a movie to watch.
So I wanted to, I'm going to have to watch this on the plane. So I was like, I need something easy, digestible, and fun. So we're going to go to the Vault of Will Ferrell, and we're going to watch Land of the Lost.
Oh, God. Have you seen Land of the Lost?
I did not. I skipped this one in theaters back in the day because I was like, boy, this looks stupid. And I was I didn't have an affinity for the original because I was negative 10 years old or whatever. So, coming around 30 years later, let's do this.
It's terrible.
It's good. Okay, good. Good to hear. I'm so glad.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's
I'm so glad.
Terrible.
I'm glad that you've seen it. That makes me excited. All right. How can it be terrible? It's got Danny McBride. Everyone loves that guy
in there, who's I'm sure probably has the only funny lines in the whole movie.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm excited. I'm ready for it.
Land of the Lost, whatever. Who cares?
I like how resigned you are. This is sweet victory.
Well, our house smells like it's on fire.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Check that out. I would say go check it out. Let us know if you need any help. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
And I'm going to leave a thought. If you like it, leaves a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe. If this is only a 12-minute episode,
sorry.
Email us. We'll tell you our thoughts.
I'll give you the Cliff Notes.
I'll send you a PDF of my notes, just in case.
That's great.
I won't throw these. I'll save
I know
these
that
notes.
my half of the conversation works, so I'll just post a one-sided conversation for the first 90 minutes.
Funniest thing ever. I'll
do a drawing of you on the right, just like a.
Okay, let's do. We'll do our quick intro. Welcome to Hey Watching with Dan and Tony. I'm Dan.
I'm Tony.
Now just listen to Tony as he talks about the movie, and Dan sits there going like this.
All right, let's begin. Great, we got it. Cut.
So we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, watching!